Good afternoon. My name is Sergeant Womble, and today I'm going to be in charge of conducting Sergeant's Times training. Today for Sergeant's Times training, we're going to be going over locating an unknown point on the map on the ground by intersection. The foreign disclosure for today is going to be FD1. This training product has been reviewed by the training developers in coordination with the G2 at Fort Benning, Georgia, Foreign Disclosure Officer. This training product can be used to instruct international military students at all approved countries without restrictions. Today, the risk level for today is going to be low. Make sure you watch your feet. Make sure there are tripping hazards out here, and as you can tell, there is wildlife out here. Try to avoid the wildlife as best as possible. And also, this is Florida. It is afternoon. There are chances for afternoon showers, so just keep that in mind as well. And with that, let's begin. Also, everyone is in charge of making sure we leave this place better than we found it. So just keep that in mind as well, and we will conduct a police call at the end of this. So today we have two different topics that we are going to be training on today. The first one is going to be identifying an unknown point on the map by intersection using the map and compass method. And the second one is going to be using the straight edge method. I am now going to demonstrate both. Now let's start a method 2 without using the compass. And this is how you do method 2. Now that I've shown you I know how to do it, let's do the step-by-step on how to do it. So for item number 1, identifying an unknown point on the map by intersection using the map and compass method. So step number 1 is to orientate your map. So with these lens static compasses, you have to make sure they are fully open for them to work. So first, find north. North is this way. So now we will take our map and orientate it as well for north. So step number 1, maps oriented. Now, step number 2. Using the distance you can see, you're going to pick that unknown point that you don't know what its grid coordinates are. You will take your your compass You'll take your compass and point at the object or what you can see in the distance to see what your magnetic azimuth is. So for us, this one is going to be 345 from this point. So I'm going to write down 345 degrees. Now we need to take our map and add the grid north to the magnetic north. So for this map, it's 5 degrees. Add 5 degrees. It's going to be 350 degrees. So now we're going to take and plot the point that we're standing at because we already know where we are. Which we are standing at 17 Romeo Lima Lima 3599 8074. So we're going to take our protractor, find that grid square, 53 and 80, and then we're going to mark where we are on the map. So I'm going to come over to 99. And 74. And then I'm going to mark it. Now I already know our second point as well that we need to use to cross-reference. So I'm going to go ahead and plot it as well while I'm here. It's also going to be 17 Romeo Lima Lima 5349 and 8020. So same grid square. We'll come over and we'll mark this spot as well. And I've already done the math work for it. The direction for that one is going to be 360 degrees, or 0. So now we're going to take our protractor and align it with the map. And then we're going to take our point and since I'm doing point 2 first, I'm going to, on the end of the protractor, mark on the map where the 0 degree mark is, or 360 degrees. And I'm going to go to the first mark and do the same thing, but instead I'm going to do 350 degrees. And so now, we'll take the edge of our flat edge of either the protractor or I have this piece of cardboard. And we're going to connect those lines that the 2 dots that we just drew with our starting point and the other known point. Now, where those 2 intersect, we're going to take our protractor and we're going to find those grid coordinates for that spot. So I'm going to write those down. I'm going to take this glove off first. So it's going to be 17 Romeo, Lima Lima, because that's the map we're working with. And then where these 2 cross is going to be they're going to cross at 5349 and 8110. So now we know the grid coordinates of our unknown point. Now, what would be the important part of knowing about that? So, one reason it could be a hot zone that we can't go to, or it's something that we need to fire artillery at, any kind of ordnance, something we need to mark it just because we can't physically go to it to get the actual location. So we take those 2 known points, look both of them at it, and we take that point to give to whoever we need to. Now you can do it with the compass, like here, or now, let me show you how to do it with the straight edge method. It doesn't involve us using the compass anymore. So now, we are going to take our map, and we are going to orientate it using terrain association. So we're going to look around us, and then look on our map to determine where we are. And then we can turn our map whichever direction we need to double check where we're at. I've already done it for this area. So now you're literally going to take it and look in the direction that you think it's going to be, the object we're looking for. So I see it over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand here and physically look this way to see where it crosses on the edge of this map. And I'm going to make a tick as far out as I can. And then now I'll go to my second point, and I know where that one needs to be. So I'm going to look at it, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. About as far as I can, and make my tick. We already know the 2 points because we've already plotted them. So let me go ahead and erase the lines we made earlier. And now, we're going to take this straight edge and do the same thing we did with the protractor earlier. We just don't have to do all the extra math. And we're going to draw long lines through our points. And then like we did on the first one, we're just going to take our protractor now and write our points down again. So we'll find the grid square it's in, orientate our protractor the right direction, and now we're going to sit here and we're going to write out our grid coordinates again. So for this one, it's going to be 17 Romeo, Lima Lima, 5349, and 8110. Now I've demonstrated both ways on how to do it. We're going to take time to practice now. This time I would give my students 10 minutes to practice for this exercise. After my 10 minutes are up, I'm going to ask and run around and make sure, see if anybody has any extra questions. I will answer those questions at that time, and then if not, I'm going to roll right on into testing. For testing, it's going to be another 10-minute block, and we're going to have the students do it themselves and come to me. I have an answer sheet for the points that I would give them for their 2 known points. They would go to each one at our land nav site and physically go and plot the unknown point looking at their azimuths. Everybody has the proper equipment. Once everybody gets back, we would do a equipment check, police call, and I'm going to take everybody's equipment in that I issued them to turn back into our supply to make sure we are all up. I would record the results and determine their proficiency, but since I do not actually have soldiers out here, I'm not going to do that. So that concludes my class. Now we're going to conduct an AR. The goal is to come out here and train all of you on identifying an unknown point on the map by using the map and compass method and using the straight edge method. Do I have any sustains? Okay. I will try to do it earlier in the day next time to avoid the inclement weather. And I will bring a water buffalo next time. That was an improvement, but thank you anyway. Any other improvements? No, thank you. Then now we are going to conduct a police call and collect all of our gear. So we just got done doing our police call. I'm now reporting to you, Staff Sergeant Nichols. I would be telling you about how many we have trained, how many we have practiced, and how many we have unpracticed and need retraining. The ones that need retraining, we would be doing Monday morning at 1100 hours in this exact same uniform in this same spot. That is all I have. Thank you.